Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. Hope your day's going well. Mine's pretty much just getting started. So about 4 or 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, I was contacted on Facebook via Messenger by a lady in Michigan who said her husband had purchased a storage locker. Now to pause right there, there was a time in my life that I had a really hard time financially. I was really having a hard time going through a pretty rough divorce, and financially things just weren't coming together for me. Mentally, I wasn't in a good spot. I was holding together, but I was really close to like having an emotional breakdown in that moment because of all the things that was happening. Now, back to the previous statement. So her husband bought the storage locker that I was no longer able to continue to pay for. So she contacted me and said there were some papers that had my name on it, and she was going through her basement and she came across one of the boxes, that had my information, a form or some sort that had my name on it. So she looked me up on Facebook, found me, and she sent that message. Now it was 4 or 5 months ago, like I said, maybe 6, that I saw that message on Messenger. Since then, they've done updates so that you can clearly see that if somebody's trying to message you that you're not friends with, that you have a message request. But before that time, you had to actually find that in your settings, a message request, and see it. And you had to find it, access it, and then you can see who was not your friend that was trying to send you a message. Well, when she sent that message, this 2016 when I read that message, she sent it in 2014. So I saw the message and I was like, wow. So I read a little bit more because my heart started racing, because I had really felt some kind of way about me not being able to financially pay for all that stuff. Now in that locker that I lost and I was not able to keep paying for, was clothing of mine and my children. I had 4 children at the time, 4. Clothing of mine, my children, pictures and videos from my children from when they were babies on up. And of course, now I'm a tech geek, so all the techie things at the time. So I had the sound bars just starting to come out. So I had a sound bar and a woofer and all kind of stereo stuff. I mean, just housing things. And I'm driving as usual. So things that you just keep around the house. So anyway, getting back to the story, the lady said, again, her husband bought the storage locker, reached out to me because she saw my name on the paper, and there were pictures of children and a lady, me and what she would assume was me, because repeatedly over and over again, because I was married at the time that those pictures were taken, over and over again, me and the same woman. So she reached out to me to let me know that, hey, I have these pictures still, and I lost that storage locker, I want to say 2007. 2007, I lost that storage locker. So you're saying 2007 to 2014 when she reached out to me, that's 7 years. And then 2 more years, that's 9 years. And then I saw it. And I reached out to that woman. And let me tell you, she took about 3 days to reply to me. And that was the longest 3 days. And she finally replied to me. And she said she still had every bit of that stuff. And that her husband doesn't throw things away. Her husband's a bit of a pack rat. She loves him to death, but he's a pack rat, and he doesn't throw anything away. Well, they were cleaning out their basement because she was making him go through those things to throw things away. Ran across my stuff, what came from the locker, ran across my stuff, and she said, we can't throw this away, we have to find this young man. And she found me. And 9 years later, she still had all of my stuff. So I sent her, I think I saw that message request by accident. I accidentally touched a part of my screen and it accessed it. And I opened it up and I just started crying. My wife's laying in bed. It was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife's laying in bed beside me and I just started crying because of the hope of being able to see these things again, because it always tore, it fractured a part of my heart. That I didn't have a single baby picture of my children. Like my parents had some, my siblings had some, and of course my ex-wife had a few, but all of the ones that I took and that my ex-wife and I took of our children were gone. So So anyway, I didn't have any, personally didn't have any. And for that lady to still have those things, I can only say, thank God, because that could have been a lost cause. It could have been that stuff. Her and the husband couldn't have cared less about that stuff. I didn't mean anything to them. I didn't mean anything to them, nor did my children mean anything to them. So they could have took that box, saw those pictures, and thrown them away. Shoot, me and my wife said we probably would have had a hard time holding on to that stuff past the point of selling the things I could make money off of, because that's why people buy storage lockers. Like people like myself at the time couldn't pay for, because there are things in there that they can buy for cheap and make more money off of and make more than they spent for. It's not an uncommon practice. It's very popular now, but back then it wasn't very popular for everybody like they do now to know about it. So I'm just overwhelmed again. Here it is, 4 to 5 months later, I'm still overwhelmed by the fact that this lady did this for me. Of course, I gave her my number. I told her to call me whenever she was able to, and I gave her my information. As a matter of fact, I have one professional email and then a junk email address. I gave her both of those. I gave her my parents' address and I gave her my address in case for some reason she lost one or the other. I don't know, I was being extra, I guess. And I gave her my phone number and my wife's phone number in case I didn't answer. Call my wife, because I need this stuff. So she did. She finally reached out to me, and I gave her my information. I told her, I don't care how much it costs, I'd refinance my car to get this stuff back. I don't care how much she wanted for it. I wanted it back. Luckily enough, the only thing she wanted to do was return the items to the rightful owner. So with me, we communicated a couple of different times. She finally got the items to a UPS store and weighed it out, because it's by weight. So she shipped it. It wound up costing me $50-$60. I think I sent her 80 just because she loaded them up. She got it in her car. She wasted the gas money. She wasted gas in her vehicle to do something for me, a complete freaking stranger. And she did it. I sent her the money. She told me that I sent too much, and I said, no, keep it. I could, like I said, I would have refinanced my vehicle if she said she wanted however much she wanted. If I didn't have it in cash right then and there, I'd have refinanced my vehicle like that to have that stuff back. You can't get it back once it's gone. And that was my opportunity to get it back, and I was not going to lose it. So now I got all that stuff back. I looked through all the pictures and with my kids, and we laughed and we remembered a lot of the things, and then the things when they were too young to remember, I explained it to them. We had a good laugh. But lo and behold, there are CDs in there, and then there are 8 different mini VHS. I think they're the VHS-Ds, I think they were called. So there were like 8 of those. So I went and I got a VCR from my parents. They had one in their basement somewhere. So I went and got one from my parents, and I loaded it up in a little VHS adapter so you can put it in the VCR. And I put it in, and the VCR didn't work. And then I got really upset because I was really anxious about seeing that stuff. And then at the same time, I took a step back because I'd have to see stuff that was in my past, and I didn't know if I was ready for it yet. And then it brought back a lot of things that were still in me that I didn't realize were there. They lay dormant, and they just kind of resurfaced. And more of the feelings of like letdown and hurt that I had, because when my ex and I split up, my son was maybe 1.5 years old. So it's a lot of things that I wasn't there for. I wasn't face value for, and I hurt because of that. I was there for all 3 of my daughters, but then my son, the last of everybody, and the only boy, I missed a lot of that stuff. Because I decided to relocate to another state to reestablish myself. Because again, I was not in a healthy state, and I was deteriorating, and I wasn't myself. So I felt it best to move, and then I missed a lot of those things, and those were my choices that I moved. I could have stayed where I was, but mentally I couldn't handle it. I just couldn't, and that's my admission. I'm not trying to make an excuse for it. So a lot of those pains and feelings and emotions of lost time, of letdown, to look at my son's eyes from pictures that, you know, he just didn't understand what was going on, and to look at my daughter's eyes that could understand what was going on, and it was just hurt. A lot of it was hurt. So it was, and that wasn't a lot of pictures, that was just a few pictures. And it was painful. It was painful. And to see the pictures were hard enough, but to see the videos, I couldn't do it. So as you see, I'm in my car again. Today, I'm on my way to buy a VCR from, I don't care whose secondhand shop. As long as they can prove it works. I got a VHS tape in the car. I'm gonna plug it up, make sure it works somewhere in here. But as long as it works, I'm watching those videos today with my kids. Well, sorry, one now lives in Atlanta, one's in school at Wingate University, and then I have my two youngest children at the house with me now. So I'm gonna watch it today. So to sum it all up, you gotta face past mistakes, past decisions, past screw-ups, if you want to say it that way, however you want to, whatever kind of title you want to give it. You got to be able to face those things and let them go. Face them when they happen, so that when you're older and you feel you've moved on from that, and then out of nowhere those things just resurface because you weren't over it, you didn't get past it, and you didn't exercise it out of you, they just lay dormant. They don't come back to haunt you, if you would. So that's my little inspirational video for today. Hope it kind of helps somebody. I mean, God is real, man, because there's no way in the world those things would have resurfaced without God. I wholeheartedly believe that, and there's nothing anybody can tell me to make me believe otherwise. That woman definitely was under the hand of God in where she moved and held on to those things and felt the desire to get those things back to the rightful owner. And I'm so grateful for it. I thank God for it. Every time I think about it, thank you. You know, so if you don't believe God is real, hopefully this now 12 minutes and 35-second video kind of reaches out to you a little bit, kind of gives you a little more inspiration, kind of gives you a little more fight to push on. Because being a Christian is not easy. It's very hard. And at times you do want to give up. Shoot, at times I did give up. But I came back. I got up. I dusted myself off. And trust me when I tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. Trust me when I tell you that I can do it, you can do it. I'll say it one more time. Trust me when I tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. As always, to quote my mother, y'all have a good day and y'all be blessed.